Hello everyone, my name is Kristi. I am the Twisted Elemental. I'm coming to you today to do a collective reading. We had the full moon in Scorpio last night, and I woke up today knowing that I just needed to come and check out the collective energy and see what's going on. So I'm going to use some oracle decks to get the energy, and then we'll go into a main spread. So I'm calling on Spirit and all my sacred guides to help me discern true and accurate messages for all placements today. I would like messages of the purest, highest white light of truth and for the greater good of all. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay. What is going on for the collective, Spirit, please? Obstacles and challenges. This is a card 5, so obstacles and challenges is giving me like 5 of Wands energy. The thing what's screaming in my mind right now is that this is a temporary situation. Whatever these obstacles and challenges are, it's temporary. I have new beginnings underneath the 0 card. So I want to say these are temporary obstacles and challenges towards a new beginning opening up here. What else for the collective, please? Ooh, authority. This is the Emperor energy. I pulled a spread before I came on and I kept getting the Emperor over and over. We have the waiting game. Interesting. There was the idea of... it was like the Emperor was going through an internal shift and coming to an understanding where in their life that they've been controlling, trying to control outcomes, which was helping them shift that energy to surrender. Interesting. What else here for the collective, please? Temptation. Okay, so this is going in with this obstacles and challenges. Interesting. We actually have 4, 5, 6 here. This is showing like a progression of something. And I have triumph underneath with the 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like, I want to say there's somebody coming into their power here with the authority. And they're facing some temporary obstacles and challenges because of some temptations. But the ultimate outcome here is triumph. I have shadow underneath that. I want to say somebody's triumphing over their shadow, which is this temptation. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I have the Hermit energy on the bottom of the deck over there. So I want to say part of how someone is overcoming their shadow here. They're having a triumph over some temptation here to their authority with these obstacles and challenges. They're triumphant by going in and looking at their shadow here in the solitude with the Hermit energy. So this is about going within to overcome an internal shadow that is causing problems with temptation. This is like the Devil card here. So the temptation is what's causing the obstacles and challenges to your own authority, to you being in charge of yourself. Now, anything we're tempted by, if there's an addiction here, that is a challenge to your own authority because that means you're not in charge. The addiction is. Interesting. All right, I want to get some of the tea leaf oracles here as well. What else is going on here for the collective? Casket. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. This is okay. I want to say the thing that's moving out of your life here is this temptation to your authority. You are triumphing over it. It is within your shadow. So you are doing some shadow work here in solitude to deal with some sort of temptation. I want to say it's some sort of addiction. Could be addiction to a substance, to a place, to a person, to a way of thinking. Whatever this is, you're doing some shadow work here so you can alleviate this from your life. This could be a person, this could be a way of thinking, but this is whatever this is that challenges your own authority in your own life. This is something with internal is shifting here for you to do this with this shadow. What else here? No, just sloppy. Oh, unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Oh, interesting. So this is about whatever this is in the shadow that's been your temptation, your addiction, let's say. The triumph over it is when you can integrate this power and overcome it, so that you are using your intuition the way it's meant to be used for your benefit, for your own authority here. And I have shark, hand, and camel. It says, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Persevere and you will overcome your problems. Candle. I don't know why I said candle. It's camel. So I want to say, within this switch that's going on, what you're triumphing over a shadow aspect of yourself here. There's some devil aspect, some shadow aspect of self, some sort of addiction, whatever that's to. It's going to be personal for everybody, that in the solitude, you're overcoming this. You're putting it to bed here with the casket, and so that you can start using your intuition, especially with addiction. If this is addiction to a substance, absolutely that affects your intuition, because you can't think clearly. So putting this shadow aspect, whatever this temptation is, to bed here allows you to use your intuition. There's something you're overcoming here. We've got the possibility of material losses here, in need of a helping hand, because there's a possibility of material losses here. But it's saying that through perseverance, that you'll overcome this problem. This is through perseverance in yourself. Whatever this temptation is that takes away from your own personal authority here, through dealing with this, being triumphant over the shadow aspect of this here, you overcome this obstacle and challenges. This isn't somebody else coming in. Like, you may think you're in need of a hand, but I don't think this is somebody coming in and saving the day. This is you saving yourself here. You're going to save yourself through perseverance, getting through this, overcoming the shadow aspect to your authority. Interesting. What do I have underneath? I have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. When you do that, you take away from your own authority. Wow. We're going to leave that right there. I'm going to slide these over here. Let's pull a main spread here. All right. What we're asking in this main spread, we're going to ask how this translates, what their current situation looks like. We're going to ask what the lesson here you're meant to learn, the blessing you're meant to receive, the challenge you're meant to overcome, and the advice from Spirit, and we will clarify all of it. This is about you saving yourself here. And I want to say, in through saving your own self, like understanding nobody's coming to save you. You've got to do this yourself. And how you do this is by overcoming your own aspects here. There's something within your own shadow here that is your obstacle to your authority. Through doing that, it puts you directly square in charge of yourself, which gets you through this. I want to say this financial problem here, if you don't, and you linger in this shadow and succumb to this temptation, that is going to be a financial loss for you. So there is a need to take this seriously, I want to say. All right, one more shuffle here. Ten of Cups on the bottom here. This is exactly the spread I pulled off camera that I was talking about with the Emperor. The Ten of Cups was on the bottom. Yesterday I pulled a spread. Ten of Cups on the bottom. This is, ooh, interesting, with the Three of Swords underneath that. This has to do with your heart, with your overall satisfaction, with your wish fulfillments, with your happily ever after. And I want to say, the thing that is challenging your authority right now, this obstacle, has to do with broken hearts of the past. Like there's something in the shadow having to do with your broken heart that is a temptation. Almost, I want to say, there's something about wallowing in that heartbreak, needing to not do that, being able to go challenge it with the shadow and get rid of it. Laying something to rest here. Now, we started this reading with saying that we had the Scorpio full moon last night. Scorpio is about endings and beginnings. It's about death and resurrection. Ending things that need to end in your life so that new, better things can begin with this casket, right? The new, better thing you're wanting to begin is this Ten of Cups. You want to put to bed this Three of Swords. Interesting. All right, let's lay this spread out and get going here. All right, we have what's going on is fast forward passionate movement, right? With the Eight of Wands here. Your lesson has to do with the star. It has to do with hope and faith and self-healing. Your blessing, the Wheel of Fortune, is the movement, the change. Through your actions here, you change the outcome. Your challenge here is the Knight of Cups. This is about knowing your heart and being emotionally open and vulnerable. Your advice here is to be strategic. I want to get another layer of energy before we clarify this. I'm going to use the Yin Yang Oracle to get another layer on this. I want to say this authority is really screaming. I'm even getting a color match here in the elements here. Needing to stand in your own authority so you can make the strategic decisions going forward here. Interesting. All right, one more shuffle here. I want to say there's something about you being in your authority allows your heart to not be broken anymore. Like when you put this to bed, this is, there's something that changes in your authority. It doesn't allow your heart to be broken anymore because you're in a higher vibration. Interesting. Because underneath this Three of Swords, I've got the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment. Like just on the other side of putting this heartbreak to bed is your wish fulfillment, because then we have Ten of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so to go along with this energy of the Ten of Cups, I have the higher self here. Self-integration, awakening, timeline shift. So your timeline, this reading, what we're doing here by putting this shadow to bed, dealing with the shadow and the solitude, so we can triumph over the temptation, which is your obstacle to your authority. The reason why we're doing that is because it's an overall timeline jump for you. You're shifting your timeline into your highest timeline. The reason why I say it's the highest is because it's a 10 of Cups timeline. Right? There is no 11 of Cups. This is the highest timeline. Wow. Okay. Okay, so in our, what's going on here, I have the Eight of Wands with I have the Stalemate and Indecision card. This is Two of Swords card, a blocking energy, denial. So the Eight of Wands is about passionate forward movement, right? It's about really moving things along. It's a Wands energy, so it's talking about passions, desires, action energy. Can be inspiration. This can be communication. This can be all kinds of things, but it is forward movement. This could even be moving to a new location, but there's some stalemate towards this moving energy. This is what's going on, is like, I want to say you feel like this should be moving forward, but there's a stagnancy here. This stalemate, this indecision within yourself is coming. That is your obstacle and challenge here, right? So something that you are overcoming in your shadow at this point is what's blocking your forward movement. You're keeping yourself at a stalemate here until you deal with the challenge to your authority. And this is internal. We have your lesson here, has to do with the star and self-love. We said focused on desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, and manifesting. So this is about using faith. So this is about inner healing, first of all, because we're talking about healing our shadow, right, in the triumph. So through that inner healing, also having faith and self-love to manifest your new highest timeline. Your lesson is through stopping this stalemate within. Whatever is internally challenging your authority, having faith, and also whatever this shadow aspect is blocking your own self-love, which is part of your authority here. So through doing this, you're learning how to manifest. You're learning about having hope and faith and how to bring yourself onto that next highest timeline. Your blessing here, we have the Ace of Earth, right? Manifest with the Wheel of Fortune. Your blessing is that through learning this, you do manifest your new beginning. The Ace of Earth is the best ace in all of tarot. It is tangible, what you can see, touch, taste, smell. It's your health even. It says stable romance, new financial start, prosperity, rewards, long-term security. So this is about you shifting your life into a new start that is secure and stable. Wow. This is a beautiful reading. So your challenge here with the Knight of Cups and having an epiphany or a breakthrough. This says a shifting your reality here, a sudden wake-up call, an energy shift. This is about your emotional vulnerabilities. This person is playing their heart. Their heart is out in the open. They're not hiding it. This person is very emotionally available and vulnerable. I want to say, because I have this 3 of swords here, that is part of this block to your authority. So this heartbreak is the biggest challenge to moving the timeline along. There's going to be there's a need for an epiphany to help shift your internal heart space here so that you can still love. Interesting. So your biggest challenge is with this 3 of Swords, so that you can open up and be emotional again. Okay, so we're having your advice here was with the 5 of Wands here. The 5 of Wands can be competition. It can be strategy, gameplay, but we have a chessboard here. So this is really telling me that what you're going forward, this movement forward, you're being guided to be very strategic, but you're also being guided to use your intuition here. Your spirit guides are trying to provide you with a strategy. You need to be open enough to hear them. I want to say you have to hear through this pain. Putting this pain to bed is going to allow you to hear your spirit guides more, but you are being advised to be strategic going forward. This is assistance, divine guidance, signs and synchronicities. It says guardian. Interesting. Wow. All right, let's clarify here. So whoever I'm talking to here, you are a self-healer. You are self-healing yourself. You are healing your shadow attributes here that are coming up so you can integrate them and stand in your own power. Your obstacles and challenges here, I want to say, you level up over these obstacles and challenges when you integrate the shadow. when you put to bed whatever this temptation is here. I want to say the temptation is, I think the temptation is around some addictive tendencies, but I want to say it's also, this temptation is to wallow in this heartbreak and to close yourself off. Closing yourself off does not get you to a 10 of Cups timeline. Ever. You have to be open and emotionally available to be on a 10 of Cups timeline, which is what we're talking about shifting yourself into here. That's what you're being guided. I've got spirit guides and higher self. You are really, really supported on this timeline. All right, let's, I'm going to shuffle here. All right, so I want to know more about this movement and the indecision, the stalemate to this movement. Tell me more about what's going on here. This block to progress. What is this? Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This block to progress is your glow up. You're not allowing yourself to glow up somehow. This Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. The Queen of Wands is dynamic. That's somebody standing in their power, somebody who has taken their power back and is standing firmly in it. And this person is victorious. This person is, this person's on stage here. They are receiving accolades for their glow up, for being exactly who they're meant to be. So I asked here, what's going on with this block to forward progress, to forward movement? This block is your glow up. This is about not seeing yourself in that light. This is about having, I'm hearing low self-esteem. I want to say whatever this heartbreak is here, this is a big block to you, has made you feel undeserving of the love that you are looking for. That's why when I see the Queen of Wands as what's going on here, that means you're meant to be leveling up. You're meant to be in your glow up. You're meant to be really understanding your self-worth. So this indecision, this stalemate to progress is about knowing your self-worth here. And I want to say that's the temptation. Because this Queen of Wands is victorious, standing in her power, his or her. Yeah, I've got the Devil underneath here. On the bottom, this is that temptation, right? It says, do not be tempted to lower your standards, right? Do not be tempted to lower your standards. The Queen of Wands, with this Six of Wands, that is somebody not lowering their standards. That is somebody fully understanding how much they're worth and not settling for less, and have them being victorious because of it. You are shedding a part of your shadow that keeps you from loving yourself completely, from seeing yourself as worthy of this Ten of Pentacles timeline. When I just took this up, I had the Knight of Wands underneath. That's sometimes the player energy. So this could be like and I have the King of Cups underneath that. So this is some part of this temptation is not settling for people who are in or out, not settling for people who just want to have sex, not settling for people who just want to play around. Interesting. Okay. Your lesson here has to do with self-love, creating your new timeline through knowing your own worth, having faith and healing self. Tell me about this lesson, please. So you're being shown your self-worth here, or you should be being shown your self-worth, and having faith in that. You're healing your self-worth. Ooh. Oh gosh, Death and the King of Cups. Very scorpionic energy here. Again, Scorpio full moon last night. So yeah, your lesson here is through the death and the rebirth that I kind of already talked about, the endings, this casket, right? Putting to bed the old aspect of self so that your new self can be reborn. And this new self is somebody who is fully knows their worth, first of all, but also somebody who can sit in their emotions. This King of Cups here is sitting in the water. They're partaking. Sometimes the King of Cups is talked about as somebody who can't, who isn't emotionally available. This King of Cups is fully emotionally available because they've gone through the death and rebirth. This King of Cups knows their self-worth. This King of Cups understands that they're deserving of a Ten of Cups timeline. Wow. So part of your lesson here is through allowing yourself to be rebirthed into this King of Cups. And knowing that you are deserving of love. And having faith in love, having hope, healing yourself through self-love. Wow. Okay, your blessing here, in learning this lesson, your blessing is your new beginning, is manifesting exactly what you want, something stable, something filled with prosperity, something that has long-term security. This switching of the wheel. Because I want to say, wherever you're at right now, you don't feel secure. Financially, emotionally, any of those places. Like we've talked over here, there's a feeling of a need of assistance, right? There's chances of, with this shark, of loss of finances. But it's saying to not do that, to use your intuition and have perseverance. You're gonna bring this change through yourself here. Tell me about this blessing, please. One more shuffle. It's a blessing for the collective here. Oh, Six of Pentacles with strength. So whatever this new beginning is, it is a financial new beginning. Look at this with the Six of Pentacles. This is equal give and receive. This is whatever this new beginning entails. It entails you receiving and giving equally. So if you have new partners on this Ten of Cups timeline, new partners coming in, or ones that give and receive, this Strength card is telling me that you have learned in part of this lesson that brings this blessing is that you've now learned you do not give to things. You are not weak. You've overcome your temptation here to give to things that are not giving to you. That is your blessing. Wow. And in doing so, when you no longer give to things that aren't giving to you, things that only take, you shift your own reality here to your new beginning. That's beautiful. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Woo! Hello. That's just too many cards. Okay. Another card for the Six of Pentacles, please. For this blessing. This part of this blessing could be like you feeling, we have the hand here, feeling like you need some assistance. Part of this blessing could be that you do receive assistance when you understand that you're worthy of receiving that assistance. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. This is a receptive energy with this Queen of Pentacles. She's holding the Ace of Pentacles. So is the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody starting something new. All right, so you're no longer giving where you aren't receiving, right? And then this is also here, you giving to yourself. This is the Page of Pentacles is a student, right? This is starting something new in the Pentacle that can help bring you financial success here. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful energy. It's somebody who's very balanced, very stable. Again, holding this Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody who is business-oriented, family-oriented. It's a very motherly, self-healing energy. Again, we've got the Virgo energy with the Solitude over here. So I want to say this is your blessing here is you receiving a hand to be able to start something new. And if it's not a financial hand, it is you, through understanding that you don't give to things that don't give, you no longer give to things that just take. If something's not giving to you, you do not give to it. And through understanding that, it allows you somehow to start something new. You're learning something new that is going to financially benefit you here. Whatever this is going to be very financially balanced for you. This new thing that you're going to start learning that brings you this stability, this financial stability, this prosperity is going to be very balanced for you. It shifts everything. Huh. All right, so your challenge here is about your emotions. It's about being able to be emotionally available. There's some epiphany, some breakthrough here that you're needing to receive. I want to go back to being able to use your intuition. We have this unicorn energy here, being able to use your intuition to make new decisions. So this epiphany, this shift has to do with using your intuition and emotional vulnerability. Maybe part of this challenge here is being able to determine this Six of Pentacles here, this learning to where to allow your vulnerability to exist and not. If something only takes, you do not be emotionally available with it. But if it's something that gives as well, it's something that you can give to and that returns to you, then your intuition should tell you, yes, be emotionally available with it. That's interesting. So part of this challenge is about being able to understand where to give and where to not give. Tell me about this, please. Oh, yeah, the sun. So this is epiphany, illumination, illuminating where to give your heart to. If it's something that takes, you don't give. So this is shining a light on that for you. Interesting. This is also the happiest card in the deck. And it's giving me, like, part of being happy is about being emotionally available. And if you're on a 10 of Cups timeline, if you're trying to jump into a 10 of Cups timeline, you really, really need to be in this energy, illuminated and available. I want to say, so I have the Eight of Swords underneath. I want to say part of this challenge is you illuminating your own blocks to being in this energy, your own blocks to illuminating where to give your heart. If you're stuck in your mind here, that's part of this devil temptation energy. Anything else about the sun here? What is this illuminating? Four of Pentacles. I asked, what is the sun illuminating? And it gives me the Four of Pentacles. The sun is illuminating where you are holding back. Where you are holding on to something too tightly. Like, for instance, this broken heart. If you're holding on to that too tightly. But also, if you're not being emotionally vulnerable, where you're holding back. So this epiphany, there's a big need for you to pull your intuition on board here. It is like I have the higher self and your spirit guides here on board, really trying to help you. So things are being illuminated for you about where you're holding back or where you're holding on. You need to, though, because this is your challenge, that's telling me that you need to be open to the guidance. I have the Ten of Cups underneath here. So where you're holding back or holding on too tightly, even to ideas maybe about what this Ten of Cups is supposed to look like. Now this is Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. This is the timeline we're trying to jump into. So what is being illuminated for you is where you are holding on to things or holding back from things that are preventing this timeline from happening, preventing this growth, keeping you in this stalemate. Interesting. Okay, so you're being guided to be strategic and to listen to your spirit guides. You are being assisted. Your spirit guides are trying to help you with a strategy here. Tell me about this advice, please. This is important. What is the strategy you're being guided to use here? What's the advice here for the collective, please? I have 8 of Pentacles. Put the working into self. Whew. All right, so we've got 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Judgment. So this is about, the 8 of Pentacles jumped out separately. The 8 of Pentacles for me is about putting the work in, but putting the work into self, your self-mastery here. This 2 of Wands is whatever this stalemate indecision is, I want to say it's in making a decision for yourself about what you're going to do. She's holding on to a wand here. She's looking, pensively out the window. She has the world in front of her. This is about needing to make a decision. What direction are you going in? And then going in that direction with an open heart, with your mind intact, with like using your judgment, what you're being guided to make decisions, good decisions. This is awakening. This is judgment. This is about making new decisions. This is also second chance energy. So a second chance to jump on a 10 of Pentacles timeline. This is about using the guidance you're being given here to make a new and better decision for yourself. One that involves your heart and one that you have thought about, that you're putting the action steps towards, that you're willing to be open and vulnerable to. This is making a new decision, a better decision, using the guidance you're being given. And how you receive this guidance is through focusing on yourself, putting the work into yourself, and taking the focus off of anything external that is holding you back. External, like this heartbreak, right? Wow, this is a beautiful reading. I also have the Queen of Swords underneath here, which tells me the Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't suffer fools, right? She has very high standards for herself, and she has very firm boundaries. So while you're making this new decision and you're learning to be vulnerable, you're also keeping your boundaries intact, and you're not letting anyone else overcome them. Wow. All right, I want to get a couple of guidance cards here. I'm going to get an animal card, and I want to get an angel card for guidance, and then we'll call this a close. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. It's really calling attention to bringing your attention. This whole reading for me is about bringing your attention back to yourself and letting the external things, the temptations, fall off the wayside. There is nothing, no person or nothing outside of yourself is keeping you from this timeline. You are keeping yourself from this timeline. Your shadow is keeping yourself from this timeline. This is you mastering yourself and overcoming your shadow and putting yourself on this timeline. Okay, what's the animal advice here? Animal advice here for the collective. Scorpion. Look at that. Scorpion. Scorpio full moon. We have new beginnings. I love this. You are invited to instigate change. Yes, you are invited to instigate change. But you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding, you are promised a beneficial rebirth. Wow. That basically just sums up everything I've said. We also have the Crow. transition on the bottom here. Which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe you are changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the crow is signaling that you are ready to make the change. Oh, this is it, people. You are, whatever you are shifting through right now, whatever you are letting drop off, so that you can transform, is shifting you into this timeline. This is beautiful. Okay. All right. Can I get an angel card, please? What's the advice here for the collective, please? Too many cards. Set clear boundaries. Ooh, there we go. Set clear boundaries. Empower yourself by setting limits, such as saying no to a request or socializing less. This kind of self-care creates more respectful, healthy relationships. Holy crap. Okay, I'm going to leave this. This is a beautiful reading. It all came together very beautifully. I'm sending you so much light and love, and I want you to remember to stay blessed and to always, always, always definitely love yourself first here. Thank you so much.